Afternoon all, back with another rare fly tying video. This one I'm going to do a little kind of Flashtail Roach, loosely based on the fly by my mate Paul Clydesdale, little Flashtail Roach. Reason for it is I'm sitting tying a few anyway, and kind of last week at the British Fly Fair it was a really popular little fly, and I just thought I would, while I'm sitting tying them anyway, I would film one of them getting done. So obviously this one's a roach. You can do it in perch, trout, whatever kind of patterns you want. Really lightweight fly, easy to cast. You can use it all day for several days on end and not get too tired. So there's two main materials in it. In the tail there's a flash. This one is by Dave Downey. It's very similar to it's Polar Flash with a kind of silver flat Flashaboo mixed through it. And I've also got at the head area some Sculpting Flash fibre. So that's kind of where it differs from Paul's a little bit. And this is kind of softer, takes pens really well, so you can colour it up, put stripes and stuff on it. So in the vise I've got a Partridge Attitude Extra and a 2.0, and I've already attached some gel spun thread. This is a UTC GSP 100. So we'll get cracking with it. So I've already attached the thread, took it back to a point just opposite the point of the hook. Don't need to go too much further back. And on this fly we've got some little gills underneath, and I'm using this neon EP silky fibre and fluorescent red, but some of the normal flosses, Unifloss etc, and one of the red colours will do the trick as well. So I put this in first, just so it's underneath the dressing, and I'll just put it on and cut it up to about 1.5 inch size, and I'm going to tie it on the underside of the shank. Apologies if this video goes in and out of focus. It's just filmed on my phone, one take, no fancy editing equipment or anything like that, so will be a wee bit rough and ready. So I've tied it in. As you can see, it extends beyond the shank. I'm just going to lift that up, cut it to an angle, and that's my little gills in place. And as always, a little bit of glue on there just to make sure that it doesn't slip. It is gel spun thread, which is notoriously slippy, so a little bit of glue goes a long way to help. And as I say, this is a UV reactive. I don't know if this will pick up in the video, but it really glows when it's exposed to UV light. So I've tied that in. The flash, I'm using full length sections all the time to cut down the waste. So for the tail, taking full length, not too thick, probably about 25-30 strands in there. I'm going to cut it off, and I'm going to double it up in half, snip it again, and just put a slight taper on it. Not too much, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this in short at the tail end. So if I taper it too much, then these fibres will just pull out. So I'm going to take the short. So this section sticking out the front, if you like, is going to be folded back for the tail. So just in front of where I tied in the gills, I'm going to take 5 or 6 good strong turns, working my way towards the eye of the hook. And while it's under tension, fold this back and loosely spread it around the hook. Then again 5 or 6 good solid turns, then come in front, and that's us got the tail. This fly's about kind of 7 inches long, so it's a little bit bigger than the ones that Paul ties. He's a little bit longer, sorry. Super glue again. There's no bucktail or anything like that in this, giving it its shape. It's we're relying on the flash to give it the volume. So again, full length section, same kind of amount, snip it off, again fold in half, this time taper again, sorry. This time what we're going to do is I like the top end, the top side of the fly to be slightly longer than the underside, shape wise. So what I'm going to do is I'll catch it in about kind of 70-30 in favour of the top. So about 70% facing back, 30% facing forward. Again, I kind of pinch and loop that so that it stays on top in 4, 5, 6 turns working forward. Nice tight turns, and I'm keeping that flash sitting on the top. Then what I'm going to do is just kind of splay these front facing fibres out. And sometimes you wet your fingers, it helps control these. So outwards and downwards, and I'm going to sweep it back. With my thread out the way, I'm going to sweep it down, backwards and downwards, and catch down. Bring the thread in front. So that way I've got slightly shorter fibres on the bottom and longer fibres on the top. Back to the glue. As you can see, it's already built up a bit of a bait fish shape. You can stick eyes on that and go and catch pike with it. But we're going to put one more section in the front. Again, go back to the flash, but this time I'm going to take half the amount because this is going to be folded twice before it's tied in. So half the amount, but I'm folding it once and twice. So that's only a quarter of the length of the hank. But again, tease out a few fibres to taper. I'm going to do exactly the same thing, 70% on top, 30% underneath. Bit of a kind of pinch and loop manoeuvre. 4, 5, 6 good tension turns going forward. Again, wet my fingers, I'm going to part that 50-50 to the side, lift my thread out the way and pull backwards and downwards. Don't worry if a few fibres get caught, and really tie that down, bring the thread in front. So we haven't had any waste. We're not going to, we might preen this a little bit when we're finished, but tying it in this way means that you've got a minimum amount of material to cut off when you're finished. So a bit of glue, and that's the flash done. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the sculpting flash fibre. Now this is a tan, I think it's called. And again, we're just going to take a small amount. Well, I like to put a cable tie at the top, just to make sure that everything stays in place. So just a small amount of, difficult to tell looking on video, but you can kind of see, you know, it is quite sparse. Always working full length. So I'm going to nip that off. I'm going to fold this in half like we were doing with the flash. Cut it. And then a little bit of a taper again. And like the flash, I'm going to put 60% forward, sorry, back, 40% forward on the top. And I know I'm blocking the camera, but I'm just going to help tease that around the hook a little bit so it's not all directly on the top. And underside, I'm going to put a white. Again, they do a really nice colour called the baitfish belly, which is, as the name would suggest, is good for these types of flies. On this one I've got white, doubled it up, cut it, bit of a taper, and again I like this slightly shorter, so on the underside I'm going to do 50-50. Again, sorry if the focus goes on this. 5 or 6 good tight turns. It's a bit side to side. Returning to the top. I'm going to split these fibres, fold back, tie down the top, split the fibres on the bottom, fold back and tie it down. Good tight turns. So we're starting the blend of the tan into the flash. Give it a little bit of a comb through, just help it blend in. That light, sorry, the light's a little bit intense. You can't really see the kind of colour of the fibre. Right. I wonder if this will help. No, it doesn't help. Right, anyway. Going on to a darker green. This is an eel green. Similar kind of quantity. Cut it. Cut it in half. Gently taper. Again, slightly longer than halfway. Tie that down. Tie that just loosely to let me tease some of the fibres round the hook. So we've got a rally driving delivery driver out the front in the van. Back to the underside, to the right, fold up, cut, 50-50 again, the underside, catch down, and I'm just making sure that these colours are on top and underneath. But instead of folding back this time, I'm just going to take 5 or 6 turns just to secure that. And while this material's sticking out the front, I'm going to do a quick finish in that gap. Cut off your thread and pop a little bit of glue in. Don't worry about this flash showing. When we fold it back and comb it out, it'll be covered up. We don't need it completely covered because, again, the flash is probably the main fish catching ingredient. So that's that glued in. The next stage, what we're going to do is we're going to utilise our UV resin. So this is a Golf Flex Man, and we're going to use this to shape the head and secure these fibres. So what I'm doing is I'm splitting the top fibres in half and folding back, keeping tension on that. I'm going to go in with my resin, which is absolutely filthy, but never mind. All sorts of stuff sticking to it. Just put a little spot of that on top, and I can hold that, and I can change the shape until I've got the shape of the head that I want. And then cure. Five to 10 seconds is fine. Got the underside. Spread the fibres out a bit. Fold it back. Go in with my resin again. Just in the front. We're just using this to get our shape that we want. So about there's about right. And I'm just going to go back to my little dog comb and brush and blend the sculpting fibre backwards and into the flash, sweeping back. And if you've done it, if you've tapered it right, you won't need to do a huge amount of trimming to the sculpting fibre. You can taperise this if you want with scissors, flat scissors or taperising scissors will work. So there's a little bit flat there, so I'm just going to use the edge, inside the edge of my scissors, just to gently thin that out a wee bit. Now it's ready for eyes. Eyes of your choice, doesn't really matter. You can use stick-on eyes or tab eyes if you want to keep it nice and nice and light rather than heavy eyes. In this case, I've just got to pop on these little flat tab eyes to keep it nice and light. Okay, you can use. You're probably better using a gel glue to stick the eyes in, because it gives something for the eyes to adhere to. So I'm going to lie this on its side and just pop a little bit of this gel glue on the side, holding the fibres still. Because it's gel glue, you can turn it around, it's not going to drip. A little blob in there as well. Try not to splatter it all over the materials. I'm using the needle. And just re-stick one eye on the side, like that. And then one eye on the other side. And these little sticky type eyes are quite good because you can colour them. You can colour them with red or yellow or orange pens if you want to give them a wee bit of colour, but the Mirage on its own's quite nice. And that's pretty much it. All you need to do really is go on your resin, secure that head up a wee bit. If you want to use some coloured pens, you can obviously darken up the head area, a little bit of kind of orange or red in the chin area of the fly. But other than that, that's pretty much it. As you can see, it doesn't really need much in the way of kind of trimming now. I might just spend a little bit of attention just thinning out the tail a little bit, but as you see, that's pretty much done. Weighs next to nothing, and it's a killer fly. So hope that helps. Go and get that tie and see how you get on. Cheers.